Hello, Internetians. My name is Josh, a Golden Player, and welcome to a Little Cup discussion video. So, I have other Little Cup videos getting ready to go out because I've been enjoying Little Cup Draft and just Little Cup in general. So, I thought I'd start making some videos regarding them, and while I have one sent off to an editor, aka Liv, to have it made properly, look nice, and all that kind of stuff. Ooh, that's probably loud. While I have all that ready to go, I had news to drop. So we had the recent drop of Pokemon Legends Arceus, where they revealed in the trailer that we had the new Pokemon that were Weirdeer and Basculegion. Yeah, Basculegion and something else. Basculegion and Weirdeer, which are the evolved forms of Basculin and Stantler. And immediately, because I'm obsessed with Little Cup right now, immediately I was like, man, I wonder what those stats look like, and I wonder whether or not they would function in Little Cup. And the answer is hilarious. The answer is straight up hilarious. So in this video, we're going to go over Basculin and Stantler as potential Little Cup Pokemon, how I think they're going to fare, both in the latter, which I have less experience with, but I do have more experience with Draft, which is, I guess, where the meat of the video is going to come from. So, let me know how you guys like these videos, if there's any Pokemon that you think you would want to get evolution so you can see them in Little Cup, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more Little Cup related content, as well as Draft content, etc. Let's get into it. So, my Pokemon Showdown, had the Pokemon pulled up, and level 5. And the first thing that came when I started looking at the stats and really delving into the Pokemon that is Basculin was, hell no, ladder gone. Draft format, goner. This Pokemon is the dumbest thing that I've ever seen in my life. This thing is absolutely ridiculous. First of all, if you don't know anything about Little Cup, it's all thought out level 5, and EVs are weird because of how many EVs it takes to increase points, because the math works that way and everything. And speed tiers basically are like 17 is like base 100, and then 18 is like 110, 115, and then your 19s are like your blitzing fast, like your 125 to 130, and then you have base 20 speed, which is just like the ridiculous, right? The 140 and up, which is stuff like Diglett and Elekid and stuff like that. And just to give you an idea of how little it's literally just Diglett and Elekid. That's it. No, nothing else hits 20 speed until now. Until we got the absolute ridiculousness that was Basculin. Oh my god, this Pokemon. First of all, the fact that it's a top 3 Speedmon is immediately just really, really good for it. But this Pokemon is ridiculously, unbelievably, insanely strong. With adaptability, liquidation, powered by Lifeform. If you want to, you could run Choice Band. You don't even need to run Lifeform, but it is just strong enough by itself. And the fact that water resists are already kind of few and far between. There are some, and they do work pretty well. And they are like, you do usually see a water resist on every team. But Basculin has the coverage to take them all on. It has stuff like Psychic Fangs for Krogunk, for Fungus. It gets Superpower for Ferroseed. It gets Crunch for Frillish. Like, it has the coverage it needs to take down whatever it wants, right? So, because of that, I don't think it's gonna last, right? Not only does it have all this, but it has a super strong adaptability stab move that can hit really hard, and an adaptability priority move that it can abuse in case you weren't fast enough, in case 20 speed wasn't good enough for you. But it also gets Flip Turn, right? So now you got literally it gets Flip Turn, right? Yeah, it gets Flip Turn. Now you have the fastest choice Scarfer in the game, other than, like I said, Diglett and Elekid. But Elekid isn't seen that much, and Diglett, I mean, sometimes they run Choice Scarf, but they also run Sash, Air Balloon, Life Orb, Choice Band, stuff like that. This one is ridiculous. And especially when you get into like draft format and you realize that people don't have switch into this, it also gets scale shot, which is really dumb. So like dragons aren't safe. And low base power moves are really, really good in Little Cup. Like this thing is just insane. This thing is absolutely insane. And let's make some calcs, alright? I haven't done any calcs. So maybe I'm about to eat my foot. But I highly doubt that I'm about to eat my... It don't even run choice specs. You know what? I didn't even think about that. It could run choice specs. Alright. So choice band. Change to 5. Jolly adaptable choice band. And then we're just going to make it 236. This should be 36. And this should be 76. That's the set I have. And let's calc some stuff. So we're actually going to make this Lifeform. Cool. Thanks. We're going to make this Lifeform. Cool, thanks. And then we're going to make this Crunch. And we're going to make it Superpower. Just so I can check some stuff. So, good Pokemon in the game. Vullaby just got banned. Also, Grookey is going to go. But, like, if Vullaby was around, no, it wouldn't. 91 to 113 with Jolly Lifeform. And this is a Pokemon that can run Adamant. Like we said, it's only outsped by Diglett. So if you run Aqua Jet on this, no problem. Adamant, no issue whatsoever. It still doesn't kill, but it has a 68% chance to kill. You can't see that well. Boop. So it has a 68% chance to kill, which is ridiculous, right? This is just insane that it's doing that much, and it takes Brave Bird pretty well. And of course, I'm counting them on that's gone, but I mean, it was a good staple. So let's talk about Grookey, right? I'm pretty sure Grookey hasn't been banned yet. Give it time. Look at it. 62% min. That's a resisted hit. And it's not a Violet. It's just Lifeform. But God. What else is there? So let's go. What about Ferroseed? So Ferroseed comes in. It takes a Liquidation and then can take a Superpower. Nope. 6 into 16. That's dead. That is a dead Ferroseed. If we go max, it's still not looking too good because that's 6 into 16 again. You still have a pretty good chance to die because of how low the 16 roll are. Not a switch-in. What about Fungus, right? Fungus is a good resist, right? How about that? This is Psychic Fangs. Well, that's gone. It would need to be a lot more defensive. But even still, get the switch right. Psychic Fangs 2 KOs. Stupid. And this is all like, what if we run Flip Turn? Then this isn't a problem. Then you could just drop in whatever. A bird, like Wingull, click Hurricane, knock this thing out. Go into Aber, click Psychic, blow this thing back, right? So, it just opens too many walls, in my opinion. And then, let's talk about Mienfoo, right? Mienfoo is just... That is almost a fully physically defensive Mienfoo. And it is just wrecked. Like, 59 seems like pretty low, but that's just the one roll. This is actually 16 out of 22 is 8 out of 11, so that's 75%. It's actually 77, don't worry about it. Like, that is some dumb damage, not gonna lie. What else is there? So like, some fast mons, right? So what about Ghastly? Well... Whoop! Maybe it's Scarf, but it doesn't matter, because all you need is a little bit of chip damage, and then Aqua Jet's gonna pick it off. Like, it gets dumber. The more you calc, the more insane it just becomes, in my opinion. There's other water types, right? So what about, like, something that tries to set up on you? What about Shelter? Shelter, actually, is a resist. Okay, we found the resist, guys. We found the singular resist. But, even still, that's not calculating Superpower. That's Supersonic, don't worry about it. Superpower. That still does a lot. So it comes in, takes Liquidation, you Superpower it, you do 6, you do, we'll say 8, because it's probably likely going to do 8. 8, you do 9, that's 17, you can pick it off with Aqua Jet, should you have Aqua Jet. It doesn't have switch-ins. And that would be okay if it wasn't 19 base speed at Adamant. That is so dumb, so scary, so ridiculous that it can't stay. I just thought of another Pokemon that can maybe take it on. Well, it would need to be a lot bulkier of a Slowbro. And even still, Crunch is gonna hurt. Rocks up. Get Rocks up. Yep, Rocks up, and that's through a KO. It's gone. Like, it can't happen. It can't be in Little Cup. And I mentioned Scale Shot, right? So Scale Shot, if you want to think that it can stay around a draft because people could draft around it, like, put this against Axew, gone. Absolutely. This is Eviolite too, by the way. Eviolite, this is just gone. Absolutely just demolished. What if you put in 36? What if you put in 116? Okay, if you put in 116, then you're in a good spot. But then you just get Aqua Jetted, don't you? If it gets 4 hits, then you're really low. Then you're in Aqua Jet range. Or if you get to max roll, like that's not something you can rely on. If it's fully physically defensive, maybe you could switch in. No, that's still doing 5 each. Because you can never get it to 4. Wow. Really, really bad. Bad, not bad, but really, really dumb. Where was I? I lost all my scenes. So, yeah, so that's the first Basculin set. And I went with, like, we can make another one. I'll make a Choice Specs one here in a second. But, I also made this one that could be, like, more of a bulky pivot kind. Just in case. You know, just in case you felt like running this kind of stuff. Because it doesn't need... Oh, wow. It just... Oh, okay. Do like that. It doesn't need to have Lifeform to do, like, pretty strong amounts of damage. This is like a jank set, but if we ran this one and the Calc and put it against a Violite, and let's calc some more stuff. So we got Outrage. So this is Mold Breaker Outrage from Axew. It takes it pretty well. Even Adamant, it just doesn't die. Shelter, this is, like, not as impressive, but I thought about it as, like, a potential, wow, okay. Far not impressive. Cool. Not a real set. Choice Specs. Hydro Pump. Again, Flip Turn. We're still running Flip Turn to get Ice Beam. Of course he gets Ice Beam. And then... Scald, you could run... Final Gambit would be, like, really heat, not gonna lie. So you can run Final Gambit, you could run Scald, and this is another just, like, surprise, you think you keep using Shelter. And again, this is a Pokemon that can run Modest. So what if this is, like, Modest Life Orb, and you run Hydro Pump? I'm not gonna lie, I expected it to do way less. But, yeah. Bring in your physical wall, and it will just crumble in the path. And Final Gambit's actually kind of an interesting move, especially if you go with Specs, because you're not dropping your HP a lot. God, that just dies. 70% chance to kill after Stealth Rock. That's dumb. Final Gambit's a really interesting thing if you run like Scarf or anything, because it has such a high base HP. 24 HP with 1 point of investment is actually pretty terrifying. Not a lot of Pokemon hit that. Not a lot of bulky Pokemon hit that, so... Overall, just a really interesting, an interesting bit of calcs, and no way in hell, not a chance if I'm in any LC league, and unless it's an LC Ubers league, and even still, then maybe not. They're like, yeah, let's allow Basculin. Hell no, no, veto, mod abuse, hammer, gone. Ban that stuff. Get it out, get it gone. No place. No absolute place. And the other thing is, in case we weren't done, Mold Breaker with these stats. So your sturdy mons that like to run juice are not safe. This will Oko Onyx. This will Oko, it'll Oko Aeron, it'll Oko Bonsly, it'll Oko Dwebble, it'll probably Oko Magnemite. Magnemite! I would say it Oko Magnemite, but like, I always want to not put my foot in my mouth. Lifeform, Adamant, not adaptability. Yeah, it could Oko. Good chance to Oko. Without Stealth Rocks, though, that's less likely. But if it's a special set, it'll just smash. This is Adamant, by the way. So, overall, just everything else is going to get smashed. Bergmite will live unless it's special. I know that's not a Pokemon that you see in the LC ladder, but it's something you could see in the LC. Oh wow, it does live. Good for you. Good for you. Proud of you. It's something you could see in Draft League. Overall, it doesn't do anything back. Rapid Spin is like 20. Overall, just not a Pokemon you want on the tier. Stantler, however, is also a Pokemon that could be banned. However, I see it being allowed at first and then banning it later. If it does get banned. It's a very mixed bag. I see it. At first, I was just like, hell no, get this thing out because of how crazy some of the stats came out. But its move pool is kind of what like limits it. So I came up with the Calm Mindset. It has no good special hit. If it had Hyper Voice, I would say probably just immediately out. But this Pokemon reminds me a lot of Ponyta, right? Really, really good. And can run physical or special, but has a limited move pool, except this doesn't get recovery. And good, good abilities too. So it has Intimidate, it has Sap Sipper, and it has Frisk. Frisk is ridiculously important in Little Cup draft format because of the item clause. So only 2 items can be on each team that you build, and having Frisk lets you identify those. Intimidate, of course, really, really good to weaken the opponent, and then Sap Sipper in case you have a really strong grass type on the other side that threatens you, such as Grookey, such as I don't know, if you don't have any good grass resist, it could be just about anything. Turtwig I've seen be a threat before. Bulbasaur is a good one, but still, it has Sludge Bomb, so don't worry about it. Punkaboo, Walls Punkaboo. Wow, something Walls Punkaboo? Imagine. My Punkaboo. It's not going to be Kill Leader anymore. But yeah, so this one I thought was a really interesting set immediately, because the only things that really resisted are Steels, Ghosts, and Rock types. And Rock types are common, Steel types not really. I mean, some exist, but it's a fighting type meta, so. And then Energy Ball hits the rocks, and then Shadow Ball hits the Ghost. Decent set, not amazing because it's Swift. Can run Violet, can run Lifeform, can run whatever. But like Ponyta, it can run just about any set okay-ish. Up to so its best sets just being really, really good. In this case, I think this will be the set that you see, which is just physical, 19, 19. It does reach 19, but with a Jolly Nature, still great. 19 speed is basically the fastest speed tier you see, outside of, like I said, Diglett and Jolly Basculin now. But this set, I think, is going to be way stronger. Like, normal stab with 19 attack and Life Orb, and its bulk is still okay, just like Basculin's. It's not crazy, but it's pretty good. And it's just, it's such a strong type, because there's so few resists. Earthquake, too. So not only does, if it didn't get Earthquake, maybe it'd be okay, because it would just, like, a Dwebble would come in on it. And then, like, Turturga would be able to come on it, and all this. But it gets Earthquake, it gets Throat Chop, it also gets, like, all kinds of moves. Iron Tail, in case you're afraid of Spritzy for whatever reason. Mega Horn, it gets Psy Shock, and Shadow Ball, like I said, it gets Sucker Punch. It gets some nice support moves, like Thunder Wave, Trick Room for whatever reason. You can run screens. Like the possibilities just go on for quite a while. Double Kick, Last Resort, Imprison, Hypnosis. These are all like interesting abilities that could come up and could be useful. I don't know whether or not this one would get banned. This one would be a really, really just like iffy kind of thing. But the fact that it gets Retaliate and Double Edge is really, really nice. And we might see the return of and Frustration. And that could also be really, really good. So looking on the calc for this, I'm not going to calc the special set. This was just like a fun set I thought of. Because I was like, yo, this actually has a usable speed tier, or usable special attack set and stuff. And I'd already typed it in, and before I figured out that had no special move outside of like Uproar. Which, I mean, if you get rid of your opponent's normal resist, Uproar could be a thing. But Stantler, if we go level 5, and we go Jolly Nature to make sure it outspeeds the things it needs to. Jump Kick is gone, unfortunately, so is Signal Beam. Unfort. You hate to see it. So change this to Earthquake, and then change this to, we'll go Throat Chop just so you don't have to do the 50-50s. And let's go through some calcs again, right? So we mentioned Dwebble. I want to see what it does to something like Dwebble. And that's not good. Not good at all. That's a lot of damage. And you could also pair, like I said, with Iron Tail. So maybe, yeah, that's just a clean smash. But Sturdy will obviously pop and everything. And if it's weak armor, even also really, really bad. But If it's weak armor, honestly, that's really bad because you double edge and then you sucker punch on the next turn. But me and Fu, you don't unless it's like the super bulky set. If it's like the Jolly set or whatever, the non-Violite set, unless it's Scarf, you're just gonna clean kill it. You don't have to switch out unless you know that it's Scarf or Super Fizz Def and at full. You just kill it. Why would you need to be afraid? Just kill it. Just murder it. You get it off your screen. Ferrocene seems like something that could balance it out, obviously, because of how bulky it is and the fact that it only gets double kick. Still okay damage for what it is. Jesus. Not gonna lie, I expected a lot less. But then you add in double kick, and it's still gonna be doing like a lot. Like, wow. 5 each. Get a Brox, and then that becomes kind of an issue. I don't know if this one's gonna be banned or not. It definitely could. It definitely could not. The other thing is that something like Tortuga or Kabuto, which you think could take it on, you can run Energy Ball for and run Mix. So Mix Life Orb could be a thing. This could also run Scarf. This could run Ban just to secure different KOs. All kinds of stuff. I guess the main problem that I see is that outside of Sucker Punch, it doesn't get really any priority. Oh, it does get Wild Charge and Zen Headbutt too. Wow, interesting. So the lack of more priority outside of just Sucker Punch, I think, is really interesting. And no recovery. If it got recovery, I think it'd be more closer to ban, but I think this will be a very good mon, and I think it'll get suspect tested at some point, but I don't know if it will actually pass. This better be gone. I do not want to see this on the ladder. I don't even want to see it tried on the ladder. I don't want to see anyone attempt it. I don't want to see anyone say allow it. If I see you saying allow it, I'm blocking you. This thing is the devil. This thing is cancer incarnate and will literally rip the tier apart mon by mon with its ugly teeth. Get it out. I don't want to see it. If you run an LC League, don't you dare let me see this thing in your tier list. Hell no. This thing is idiotic. This thing is so stupid. This, on the other hand, it's not the worst. Okay, it's not the worst. It's not the best. I would probably say it needs to be tier 1 though, just because of how strong normal stab is. Not having fake out, not having quick attack, these are all like detrimental. Not having U-turn or baton pass, I don't think, is also pretty like hurting it. No recovery. But it could definitely be a fun wild card. I think it could be a very interesting mon to play around with. I don't think it'll be a round 1 Pokemon in the Little Cup draft. I think it'd be more of like a, you know, I haven't used this. Or if it is a round 1 Pokemon, it's because people want to use it. I think it could definitely be very, very interesting, but I don't think it's gonna be ban-worthy. So, that's my thoughts on Basculin Stantler. Let me know what you guys think of this kind of video in general, where I discuss this stuff. If we get more Little Cup potential mons in the future, would you like me to talk about them? What Pokemon would you want to see in the Little Cup? What one-stage evolution Pokemon do you think you would want in Little Cup draft, or Little Cup, in the Little Cup tier? Because they get an evolution. Let me know in the comments. Let me know how you think about this video. And don't forget to click like and subscribe. And I will see you all in the next one. Peace.